Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Carlos Garcia, and I want to give you a rundown of the type of content that you should be expecting for me to put out. And the first one is I'm going to do vlogs. I like the idea of doing vlogs, and I like that I'll be able to bring the camera with me and kind of just show you guys my life and show you guys the wonderful life that I have with my wife. And I also have a dog. He's a husky. He's almost 3 years old, and his name is Bandit. So you guys will get to see him eventually on camera. You guys will eventually get to meet my wife. That's going to be the main thing. It's going to be vlogs. The second thing is going to be financial tips and tricks. Over the last 2 years, my wife and I, we've actually saved a decent amount of money. My wife probably makes somewhere around between $35,000 and $40,000 a year. I'm just about the same, and so we are not in the extremely high income bracket. She is not. I am not as well. We're fairly average in our income, so I thought it would be a good idea to give financial tips and tricks on how someone who makes an average income can have an above average savings account or have accumulated assets over time. And so we have a couple of tips and tricks about that, how we can get you to be in a better financial place with your personal finances. And number three, it's going to be basically showing you guys the minimalism lifestyle that I live and how I choose to live that. And we're not crazy minimalist. We have multiple shirts, multiple shoes, so it's not like one shoe, one shirt, and one dish, or nothing like that. But it is still considered minimalism. We do not have a lot left over. You'll see that especially when I take you guys with me to show you how I shop and how to save money with shopping for food. So you guys will see that in a different episode. I plan to make a vlog for you guys where I take you to the grocery store with me and I show you how to shop to maximize the amount of food that you can get for your dollar. And so that'll be another episode. But today's episode is gonna start off with a few financial tips. So I'm gonna tell you guys a few of the things that made the biggest difference with my wife and I. The first thing that we did was we do not have cable. We cut the cable and we decided to just have a Netflix and a Hulu account. And I think the combination of those two is it's under $20 a month, and so it's very affordable. And cable I know can run sometimes between $50 for a basic package, all the way up into the hundreds for HBO, Showtime, and all the other different channel cables that you can basically get on those packages. Another one that made a big difference for us is we actually realized about a year ago we were throwing away quite a bit of food. And so at the end of the week on Friday night, we would look into our refrigerator. We would say, okay, wow, we're throwing away half a gallon of milk. We're throwing away this. We're throwing away that. And so we started to make note of that. And when we would go to the grocery store the following week, we would say, okay, since we threw that gallon away or that half a gallon, we're actually going to buy a half a gallon this time. And we're going to see what happens. Are we going to run out of milk? Are we still going to have some left over? And so a lot of times we were just buying a half a gallon because we realized that we were wasting a half a gallon out of the full gallon that we were initially buying. And so one tip for you guys is if you can actually just monitor the amount of food that you're getting rid of or that you're wasting at the end of the week that you still have, that just going in the garbage, you guys are actually throwing away money. And that's what I realized a little over a year ago, as we were throwing away money. And so we cut back on that and we started to buy less food because we realized we were not eating everything that we were buying. And that may be a small amount. That may only be $15 or $20 less every time you go to the grocery store. But trust me, it adds up over 12 months. It makes a big difference. Big difference. And one of the third things that actually helped us out as well, and this was probably the biggest thing that had the biggest impact on our personal finances, was we stopped going out. We were pretty much going out eating, I'd say Friday night, Saturday night. Sometimes we'd eat lunch on Sunday, and we would not realize that we were spending close to $200, $300 on a weekend of just going out and eating and maybe going to see a movie. It was ridiculous. And once I started to see that from our debit card statements and our bank statements, it was insane. We realized really quickly that we were wasting a lot of money on going out and eating. And so the way that we actually got past that was by actually learning how to cook different meals and how to prepare more meals. And that allowed us to be able to make dinner and lunch for ourselves at a fraction of the cost that we were paying to go out to Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Wingstop, places like that. And so that made a huge impact on our finances. I mean, we saved so much money in 12 months just by not eating out as much. We can still eat out, once or twice for special occasions, but you just have to be mindful of how much you're actually spending on those meals, as opposed to just cooking for yourself. So guys, those are my 3 tips that made the biggest impact on my wife and I's personal finances. And just to give you an idea, I'm going to be giving you guys more tips and tricks throughout the year. As I make more and more videos, I'm going to be giving you guys more tips that I do. But just to give you an idea, from the last 18 months, my wife and I went from about $16,000 in debt to being positive $36,000. And that's just cash. That's not including a vehicle that we own, and obviously all the things in our apartment, cameras and computers and all that good stuff. And that's just cash. So our plan is to continue to do what we're doing and to continue to basically keep strengthening our finances. And the goal is to help you guys do the same. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content and enjoyed the tips. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. If you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And I'd love to talk to you guys. If you guys have any questions about saving, please put them down below. I'll comment back as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.